Hey guys, for this evening's Gratitude, I bring you inside. It's America's #1. Well, I'll show you the sign. I am staying the night at the Glen Inn. Let's see. It's like there's no haunting voices. Sometimes this video recording's been going low. It's been a little weird. So, and I would like to be bringing you videos from Caroline's dining room. But this is this amazing historic place. It's in Letchworth, not to be confused with Letchworth Asylum. This is a whole different place. Letchworth State Park. Oh, there's the sign. Thank you for voting Letchworth State Park America's. Yes, I bring you. It's America's #1 state park. Yeah, Yosemite needs a little crowded, so it needs it. And we need a night of rest, relaxation, particularly after our arduous cemetery video on John R. Pullman, who, if he had his way, he would, no, 100 years ago they would have stuck his ass in Letchworth Asylum. He's a nutbag along with my father and all the freakazoids who want you living the crappy life. But I don't believe that life is meant to be like that. And I suppose that was the problem with myself and my family. I believed that money was to give give my children something that was not my childhood, something fun. Also, I prefer to take my kids, say if we were going to Yosemite, we stayed at the Awani Hotel. We went to camp when you could stay at the Awani. My kids got a little used to it. They would expect, to dial room service. And apparently when my brother basically abducted my daughter Zoe, his complaint was that she was trying to push for room service in a motel. I'm like, that's because my daughter doesn't stay in motels. I'm a travel writer, so my daughter got the privilege of my career as a travel writer. She stayed at wondrous places all over the world. Really Oscar Wilde, sweet. I think she was at the Savoy, many places where I wanted to teach her about history, and where better than, say, L'Hotel in Paris than Oscar Wilde Suite. Things like that. But we have no totally sushi places. This is New York. This is not like the south of France or London. But this is the nicest place that you can stay in Letchworth. And we have booked ourselves a room. And the travel writer said, you get the goods. Okay. And I'm going to be bringing like a two-part video because if all goes well, there's supposed to be balloons launching from here tonight. But let's go into the Glen Inn. We won't be needing public restrooms. And checking in and having our tattoo.
328 is your change.
On the
Would you like your receipt?
floor.
Hemlock is on the second
sure.
floor.
Okay.
And Shannon, I'm going to tell you a few things.
Okay.
So on the second floor, when you go up, you're going to go around the corner and to the left. But come in here first. I'm sure you're going to get some luggage or something.
Yes.
And bring that ticket because I can give you that $10 back. And then you're going to go around the corner and
Thank you
up
for
the
coming in.
stairs.
Have a great
Make
day.
note of those stairs because they're original. Okay, and you're going to go up and around. You'll be on the first landing, and when you're on the first landing, you'll take a left, and there's a hallway, and Hemlock Room is marked, but it's on the right-hand side.
Okay, if I get confused, I'll come down, but I think I
Yeah,
can figure
it's
it out.
marked.
Yeah,
It's marked.
I had like an 1870s mansion in Seneca Falls with all these weird rooms, so people were always like, which Which one exactly?
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
they had to come back down a while.
So let me tell you that this is the key to your room.
Okay.
But this is the key to the front door. What's
Oh.
important to know is that we lock the front door at approximately 9 o'clock, and it stays locked until 7 in the morning. So if you're out this evening, for instance, we put white lights on the falls starting at about 9 o'clock or dusk. And so it's beautiful to look at. So if you leave, make sure you've got the keys with you, because that's how you'll get back in. Okay, there's always somebody at the desk.
Note to self, folks, I'm doing my YouTube thing. Remember your keys if you come here to the front door, because you're not going to get back if you see the waterfall, and and no one's left at the end to say, sorry, you can't come back in now. No, and then we can gift shop and jewelry shop, and we can do all that fun stuff tomorrow.
So go ahead and get that receipt. Trail 1, which is the Gorge Trail that runs clear through here. It's marked pink on the map. Spend a little time
I'm
looking on
going to
that
send
map.
that.
Council Grounds, which is where Mary Jemison
That's
is
where I was
interned.
for hours today.
Yeah, that is really
That was
remarkable
fascinating.
history.
Absolutely
It tells,
fascinating.
it's a testimony to the philanthropic nature and the good nature of Mr. Letchworth, who was a Quaker, because he brought Mary back. Mr. Letchworth was born in Auburn.
Well, that makes sense with the freedom of the slavery and everything.
Yeah.
And was she? I couldn't understand. Was she a captive who then became?
She was born. She was Irish, and they were coming over on a ship, and they came. She was born coming over on the ship, and they landed in what is now modern-day Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And her parents were tortured and killed. Her brother, she never knew what happened to him, but she was taken by a particular tribe down there. But then she was given to the Seneca and brought over to Pittsburgh area, and then brought up here into the Genesee River Valley. And she lived out almost to the end of her life. She
That's
lived
what
out
I was
here.
reading, but it almost seems like she became one of the tribe as opposed
Oh,
to.
she did.
As opposed to being looked at like an abduction, she almost looked at it like as an,
Oh, she did.
an adoption. Maybe she was adopted by the tribe.
You should spend some time at the museum. Hopefully there's a docent at the museum that can give you some detail. But you know what though, Shannon? She married 2 Seneca chiefs. And by the time the second one died, she was told she could leave. She could do anything she wanted. But by then she had 6 children. Where was she going to go? She was a white woman with native children, and she wasn't going to leave her children.
My
So
second
she
ex-husband
stayed.
is a Native American, so I appreciate that. They accepted her for one thing. They often don't. Some Native American tribes do not accept
I know, she
that.
was very revered.
And to be revered and then to marry chiefs
And
is
she
a
was
very
very smart.
unusual thing.
She negotiated at the Treaty of the Big Tree, and she negotiated herself 18,000 acres.
I saw
Bigger
that.
than the park itself.
Yes, it was like her was that her reservation? I think that was her reservation, right, ladies? Because I was like, this
can we
woman
do that? Like,
is
have
so
a beer,
remarkable that
like,
she was
before
able
dinner,
to.
like-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She really, I don't know. I think she's remarkable, and she lived quite a long time.
Like, can we sit out because we have our bikes? Like, can
Yes,
we
yes.
sit like over
And so
there?
then she was buried
wanna
with
do
the
that,
tribes,
maybe?
but then brought back by Mr. Letchworth.
And he erected the statue.
Yay.
And the interesting thing is, look at the beautiful statue he erected.
Oh, there's
Tomorrow
one
we'll
at the-
see the statue again.
But his grave is in Buffalo,
Okay.
at Forest Lawn Cemetery. His grave is a plaque
Yes.
in the
to
ground,
get into.
very nondescript.
Love
Very
that.
Okay,
He
so
didn't
this is
need
the,
to be
the inn.
noticed
And
as
then
he
this
was
is
dead
up
because no one
behind.
cared. He just wanted to be humble. It sounds like he was a humble man,
Yeah, very humble.
which is an amazing thing. So this park is based off this humble
Okay.
man from Buffalo.
Sweet.
Just he was a Quaker, and he was just socially very, very conscious.
The Quakers, they were amazing from
They
time to
still are.
past. What
Okay,
I've
they
learned is
kind of
they do a lot of
Yeah.
that.
The history lesson. Who did you say?
Yeah.
My children attend a Quaker school, so.
How do we miss the Quakers? I'm fascinated because there is this tie over with the natives to the Quakers.
Oh,
who-
we just put it in the room. Great.
and then the return. Is she actually
Oh yeah,
buried there?
she was interned in Buffalo, and they were pilfering her grave. They were taking things. They were chopping off. There's part of her gravestone in the museum. But Mr. Letchworth got wind of that almost 100 years later, right? And he made arrangements with the Seneca Nation to bring her here, and he erected that statue.
Good. See, this is good. This is good stuff. Like these are good stories that you.
This story of Mary Jemison, the
Okay.
White Woman of the Genesee.
Yes.
This is an untold story that
Okay.
really needs to be.
I want that out there because there's
Okay.
people don't understand. I'm from California, so I do understand. There's 572 nations,
Great.
different nations
Yeah,
within
just
America,
tonight
and
for
each
dinner,
one is
and then
different.
breakfast
And a lot
tomorrow,
of
but we
tribes,
can just
everyone,
talk.
oh, the
And you
Navajo,
said
this,
breakfast
the
is
that.
till 10?
You know
Seven?
those stories, but some of these other ones,
Okay,
we-
but coffee
this is like a
7 to
hidden
10.
history.
I'm going to tell you something else, Shannon. Mary
Okay.
Jemison had 6 children, and
Okay.
Peter
Okay,
Jemison,
and then
now,
the Douglas
who is the
fir,
curator
that's
of
a queen bed
Ganondagan,
and a pillow.
is
couch,
her
like, that's a
relative. He's
bed and
a
a couch, and then the
descendant
pine
of
wood
Mary
is like just a
Jemison.
bed. Is that-
And he operates Ganondagan, which is
Yeah.
the Haudenosaunee, which we used to call the
Got it.
Iroquois Confederacy.
Yes.
But their name is
Or is there, like, can
Haudenosaunee,
you
and then
walk
there are the
up?
tribes, Seneca, one of the tribes.
Yes, yes, and
Okay.
these names are important, and the Iroquois, as I understand it, they gave us a lot of our history of
Perfect.
democracy.
Thank you so
So
much.
they are
Oh,
important.
women's suffrage. Women's suffrage because it's a matriarchal society.
Yeah.
Women's suffrage, Susan B. Anthony, what's her name, Jocelyn Gage.
Susan B. Anthony stayed in the mansion where she was a visitor, the one I bought. So I did do research on her. The only place apparently Susan B. Anthony was allowed to talk was Lilydale Spiritual Foundation. They kind of quieted her for a long time. But there's all these tie-ins that are really interesting.
I've got to get busy with
Okay, you
this,
got
so
this.
go ahead and get your
Yeah,
stuff,
I'm gonna get
okay?
myself all settled.
Let me ask you a question.
And we're having a proof of all the breakfast rooms and things as we're going upstairs to our room. He gets his stairwell. What room did we get? The hemlock. Wonder what that's like. Okay. House guests only. Okay, well, that's us. We're house guests at the Glen Iris. Despite me, I think if you've watched the cemetery video of John R. Perlman and you've followed this channel in the least, you could tell that John R. Perlman, Bill Willis, and Michael Fogg, well, they just want to take all your money and have you live like a homeless bum along with your own children, which is despicable. So if my children were with me, I would be taking them here. But of course, when you're dealing with narcissists and sociopaths and psychos, and my mother with the borderline personality disorder and all the complex things, you are cut off from your children whom you love, and that's not going to stand anymore. Okay, so speaking of standing, let's check it. There's, I think we're on the second story. And like I said, the hemlock room. Okay, which story? Oh, there's a lot of stories. Okay, you just, don't look down. You want this story to be where you're sleeping in the nice hotel. Okay. Oh, it's cool, your lights and all that. I will get you more on the history tomorrow, because tonight I want to see if there's going to be a balloon ride that's supposed to be taking place right out there, weather depending. And look at that, a view of the waterfall. Talk about a great room with a view, right? And all the history. So let's go check out our So we're not in the beach room. Spelled B-E-E-C-H, not to be confused with a beach. This is a hotel. Okay. The white pine. As long as they ain't 5 pines, that's good with me. Yeah. This, unlike the 5 pines, is actually something original. It's not rebuilt from the plans of the burnt down Lewis and Clark Hotel from the WPA. I guess I probably got that cheap. Oh, funny. Okay, so there's the larch. Oh, white oak. Remember, let's see. All right, check it in. Oh, and the other cool thing, guys, you notice, check in, we got the 2 keys. One for when they light up the falls, one for getting into our room. Yeah, okay. Definitely, okay. Definitely a period piece. Yeah, I can just say this. If you're looking for history, wallpaper, all that stuff, the old deal, this is, Quaker. This is very much Quaker influenced. Unlike my father, who had to go to Pennsylvania to buy Quaker things and think that he was somehow dealing with the Amish on the fault money. This is really Quaker. This whole area is Quaker, and the history of the Iroquois relates back here to the Quakers. And tomorrow I will take you out for all of that, because that's just up the road. I'll tell you what's wondrous. Look at that. A nice bath. That sounds just fine. Seeing as that too many people have benefited too much on the high life with other people's money. So tonight I'm spending my money, my time, my skills as a writer. I'm going to have a nice night in bed, a relaxing breakfast, and then I might watch balloons and do, I don't know. But I will bring you all things Letchworth today, right now. This is just the gratitude of checking into the Glen Hotel, which is the only hotel in the park. So it's sort of like the Ahwahnee of Yosemite, which the Ahwahnee was a little more decadent, but this is fun. This is awesome. So, whatever you're doing, have your gratitude. Okay, guys, finishing on the gratitude. Here we are at the Glen Iris, and apparently they light up the waterfall at 9:45. It's not quite that time, but we will check it back out. So just to check in. Had a wonderful long bath, much needed. And then over here, can't see it now, but apparently the lights will shine. And look at this, just as a place to sit and in the day, dine. And then that is the hotel. I believe it's 1879. And we're going to go up and research the library, which we understand we are allowed to on the 3rd floor. So I'll hit you up with that in the next bit of this gratitude. That's it for tonight. Always travel with attitude. Gratitude. So this is Middle Falls and Lower Falls. But this is the pre-light up. And I think I told you guys, remember we have to have our keys to get back in. I think it's 9. It's just so cool. Let's see. Is it locked? No, it's still open. Okay. So let's go up. 1859. Let's go up the third floor and check out this library. This is my story of my own. I don't know, but the library must be up here. And I learned some wonderful things about Mr. Letchworth, this whole area. So I will get into that tomorrow. That'll be a separate video. Right now I'm just basking in the best relaxing shower ever. Look at the old, look at this, structures and everything. Oh, yes. So is this the library? Yeah. Okay. We'll check back with the library later. As we noticed, somebody was reading. So we won't disturb the person down, but we will come back up and check out the library. And as always, as I say, as I go back to the hemlock suite, let's see if I can find my right thing. White, yeah. Oh, here's how we know. Oh, no. Oh, look at the sun runs, all these wondrous things. Let's see. Let's go. Large. Here we are, the hemlock. Sounds like someone's talking back there. Could not be anyone in my room. There we go. Can she lock the door? Oh my gosh, she does. She locks the door. Yay. Wondrous. Well, quite the night. Tomorrow we'll do more of the hotel, and we'll go up and do the Iroquois and the grave of Mr. Letchworth moved back here, and all kinds of other good things. Tonight I'm going to have a wondrous night's sleep, and everyone else will try to do that.